Blessed Moon Day, everyone. I hope you're well. Welcome to another guided meditation with Amy Bammel Wilding's Wild and Wise. This week's meditation is on Aphrodite. We'll be reflecting on Aphrodite and sacred sexuality. So like always, I'm going to begin with the introductory passage. Then we'll continue with the meditation, and at the very end, we will have a moment where we go into some deeper reflection questions. So if you need a journal, I highly recommend having that with you and whatever you need to be comfortable and to relax into this moment. All right, take a nice deep breath in together. And exhale. And I'll begin with reading the opening passage. Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and sexuality, is a familiar archetype, born of the union between sky and sea. She is often depicted emerging nude from the ocean and has served as a muse for countless artists. Like Artemis, Aphrodite is unabashed in the expression of her authentic self. Her mythology abounds with lovers, a reflection of Aphrodite's inherent acceptance of her beautiful, sensual, and magnetic nature. When we embody the wild and wise wisdom of Aphrodite, we give ourselves permission to connect with and cultivate our sacred sexuality, to overwrite the patriarchal narrative around women's pleasure, and tap into one of our most potent and powerful connections to Source. So I invite you all to relax as we begin the meditation. Take a deep breath in and allow yourself to sink fully into relaxation. Feel yourself supported and held, and follow your breath as it ebbs and flows. As you listen to your breath, you become aware of the sound of waves upon the shore, and you feel the weight of your body sinking into the sand. You are at the ocean, sitting comfortably on the beach, taking in all of the details of your surroundings. Further along the shoreline, you see a woman, and she is walking towards you. Immediately, you realize that she is nude, and you sense her absolute comfort and ease in her unclothed state. She is beautiful, and her beauty emanates not only from her physical self, but from her undeniable empowered embodiment. You feel drawn to her, and she smiles as you begin to walk towards her. My sister, my brother, she says, when you are finally face to face. I have been waiting for you. Walk with me. You walk in silence for a short time, and then she says, I am Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty and sexuality. I've come with an important message for you. But first, I have a question. How's your sex life? You laugh at her audacity, but are too intrigued by this conversation to deny a response. You answer with complete honesty. Aphrodite listens with her whole heart, and when you have shared your truth completely, she speaks. In your story, I hear the echoes of every woman and every man. I hear the stories I've heard for the past 2 millennia. Stories of sadness, shame, denial, taboo, and disconnection. Stories of doubt, of trauma, of apathy and ambiguity. Your culture has robbed you of the precious birthright of your sexual pleasure as a woman, and I'm here to help you reclaim your Aphrodite essence. But I don't know how to find that within myself, you say. Aphrodite responds, it is there. It has always been there. Your primary sexual relationship is with yourself. Any other relationship of a sexual nature is merely a reflection of this truth. As soon as she speaks the words, you feel them deeply within your spirit. You know that she is right. You think about the messages you have heard and internalized about your own sexual pleasure from childhood onward. You feel the mixed messages of our society, that our society feeds us about being both hypersexual objects and chaste virgins. You begin to make sense of the vilification and branding of women who have the courage to step into their sexual power and to claim their pleasure prerogative. As the message of the goddess sinks even deeper into your psyche, you feel an awakening within yourself. Much like Aphrodite's birth from the clamshell, you feel the opening and emergence of your own sexual goddess or god within. With complete authority, you begin to make space for this vital aspect of your whole self. You allow yourself to connect fully with this wild and wise part of you, and you give her permission to express her wants and needs. You hear her and you feel her. Your sense in your physical body the need and desire for pleasure, for your pleasure. You know that your sexual needs are beautiful and divine, and above all, they are your birthright. Aphrodite speaks again and says, now that you know the truth about the power of your pleasure, allow no man or God to come between you and your sacred sexuality. Prioritize your pleasure without apology, sister, and know that in doing so, you will unleash a part of yourself that is more divinely potent than you have ever imagined. You feel Aphrodite's words swell within you, pulsing in rhythm with the ocean tide at your feet. You take a moment to memorize this feeling, this connection, this activation of your deepest self. And Aphrodite reminds you that you can return here anytime you need to reconnect. And remember, with a bow of gratitude, you offer Aphrodite your deepest thanks for her message. You begin your walk up the beach knowing that you are forever changed by this experience. As you walk, you begin to shift your awareness to your breath. As you walk, you begin to shift your awareness to your breath, feeling your body here and now. You begin to return gently to your body, moving with ease. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Aww, you have a little tiny spider friend. I'm gonna set her down over here. And now for our questions for deeper reflection. What cultural messages have you internalized about your sexuality or sexual pleasure? What cultural messages have you internalized about your sexuality and sexual pleasure? In what ways are you currently preventing yourself from prioritizing your sexual fulfillment? In what ways are you currently preventing yourself from prioritizing your sexual fulfillment? And what would it feel like to give yourself permission to cultivate and explore a sexual relationship with yourself? Again, what would it feel like to give yourself permission to cultivate and explore a sexual relationship with yourself? It hasn't been easy being a woman the last 2,000 years. A lot of us have dealt with vilification in one aspect or another, whether it's from society, family, the patriarchal religions. And it is a massive act of courage to greet ourselves and our sexuality as something pure and beautiful and divine. So before we go, I'm going to offer just a few moments of Reiki with the specific intent of healing and loving and it coming into acceptance of our sacred sexuality. All you have to do is say, I accept. Mentally, verbally, it doesn't matter. Breathe deeply and relax. sending you all infinite love and blessings. Have a beautiful, blessed moon day. And may Aphrodite bless you with love and the most divine sexual healing. Till next time, infinite love and blessings.